Hi everybody, welcome back to the I Love Grip channel. A little bit of an update. Been injured, my arm's a bit buggered down the right hand side, so I can't lift anything heavy or do any heavy work and stuff, so haven't been doing much on the car. I had my mate Rob around to help me move a heap of cars, so the RX7's up on the hoist and he moved everything around, so his car's back there on the ground now, and did some cooler piping on that. Welded on the Plasma Man flange for the clamp, and 3.5 inch pipe on that side, 2.5 inch on the hot side. Took all the welds, alloy. Did weld beads around the joint with the silicons out as well, so that's all done pretty much. Just got to do the screamer pipe on that. Just little stuff I can do. Got a C physio and stuff, so I'm not allowed to do any strenuous things. Just wanted to show you guys. I got Rob to put the suspension on the front of the RX7 so we could roll it, and you can see the mod I've done to the front low control arm. I got a machine shop to mill me up a bung, a solid alloy bung on the lathe, so I could put it in where the actual original ball joint went. And then I drilled a hole through it, and then I welded some little pads on here, built up the weld so that he could machine that. I gave him the arm and he milled it all flat on his mill so that I could bolt on this ball joint, which is of a Hyundai XL, and that extends. You can see it's extended. That puts the actual knuckle attachment point 55mm further out. So that gives me some pretty epic camber. It's actually about 12.5 degrees. So gonna have to do something there, bit of adjustment. So all the factory adjustments are still in the center position. So I can adjust those in, but that'll probably only bring it back to about 8 degrees. So I might still have to cut and shut the top arm, push the top out. It's a work in progress. It's rolling at least. So I've got him to start unbolting my diff as well, so he's going to come around and help me get that out. I'm going to open it up and see what's inside there. It's a 411, so I think I can get an RX8 ratio with 4.4 in there, which will be better. 4.6 works well with the CDO9 gearbox, but we don't have 4.6 available really, so 4.4 will hopefully do. See how it goes. And I've got a 1710 on the back there. It's a 255. So that's a plus 15, 17 by 10. And grab a straight edge, straightish edge, and put that up. You can see it's about 22mm gap there, so plus 15. Could probably get away with a 10.5. Plus 15 with a wide body. It's meant to be 50mm wide body, but it's China copy, so you can never go off what it says. But I might have to get some bolt-ons. So we definitely want to fill those guards and have it looking fat as and slammed. Another bit of a concern is on the top of the tub there. See, the tire's been rubbing whoever was running it before, so there's actually not a big distance from this lip to the top of the tub. It's only about 50mm. So if we tuck tire, nowhere for the tire to go. Might have to tub it. Drag car. More work. Love that MIG welder. Yeah, so I've also got the arms since I've been laid up. Haven't been able to do much work, so I've just been buying stuff. So I've got these arms replacements. Got the hard race. They're the toe arms. These are the lower control arms over here. And that's the traction rod. Traction rod? Yes, traction rod. I think it's called traction rod. Not sure with this particular system, but this bush in here normally flogs out on the RX7s when you start to get up there in the horsepower. They doing burnouts and stuff, they don't like it, so this bush hammers out pretty quick. That's why everyone upgrades their arms. So I'm going to do that and swap those over, make some sort of brace for the diff. This is the PPF brace in RX7, bolts onto your diff. See these holes here, and bolts on here, these big bolts, and then that goes forward to the back of the gearbox, and it bolts onto the gearbox at the other end. So, and then your gearbox and your diff are linked and held straight by that, but they actually it's quite common for these someone's obviously upped the power in this car before, because these things flex, and the constant torque of the diff trying to flex this bar ends up cracking them through there. But I'll cut it off right about there where that crack is, and on the side of my tunnel I'll weld up a box, build a box out here with some welded in nuts in it, nut certs, and I'll drill holes through that PPF brace and then just bolt it, cut it off and just bolt it to the side of the tunnel there, and that'll hold the diff straight in line where I want it to go. So that's on the to-do list. Yes. What else is happening? Robbie was nice enough to give me a turbo since I did his cooler pipe for him. So he's conveniently come up with a Blitz K3 450R. Old school. That should be laggy as and sweet. Hit you like a sledgehammer in the chest. I'm sick. It's got a gate too. Give me a gate. I think it's a gritty gate. So that's old school. Full 90s setup. Should sound awesome. Should scream. I've lost the gate. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Fuck. Even just picking up that stupid thing hurts my arm. Stupid muscles. Stupid weak. Yep. So there it is. I've still got to work out what I'm going to do at the front here. See, I want to keep the factory pop-up headlights, but they all bolt onto this whole bracket section. I was kind of hoping to chop it off here somewhere, but then obviously I'll lose all the mounts. I cut it off here and make a tube frame from there, then I've got to remount all that. Probably better to do it now than to smash it and then remount it, because it'll never ever be in this exact right position if I do that. So if I do it now, I can jig it, make a jig for it, then if I do bend it, bolt a jig on. There's plenty of holes I can bolt things onto, jigging points, so I'll do that. But yeah, I've got to wait for my mates to be free again to give me a hand, because I'm going to be got a couple of weeks until my arm's going to be good. So, but I want to get the gearbox attached to the motor, get that in there so that I can start working on a gearbox mount. There is some sort of factory mounting point here. I think it's like a brace or something, chassis brace, which is normally there. It wasn't on the car when I got it, but I can use that point, or I'll just weld in another one, box up a section around here somewhere. Now I've got to go into the car and get the wire wheel and clean off all the spots where I've welded and stitched underneath. You can see all the sound deadenings burn off. Get the wire wheel, take all that off, put some more tar on there, make it nice. If you don't put the tar back on there, and then you go off the track, all the gravel and the kitty litter and stuff makes your car sound like crap. So definitely want to put that stuff back on. Yeah. So Cat's S14's off the hoist now, sitting down here. I'll show you what I did in the back of this. It's my genius plan. this is, when I say jig, this is what I'm talking about. I've jigged the back of this car, the boot latch point, so that when I cut the back of this car off eventually and tube frame the whole thing, I welded in bolt up points for this triangulated frame, and down there welded in bolt in points so that you can bolt this frame in with the latch after you've smashed the back of the car, say, and then that'll put this latch will bolt to this plate, and then you'll always have the location for a boot lid. So you just get another boot lid, bolt the frame in, bolt the boot lid back onto the hinges, which I'm going to retain. Most people get rid of those, but then you'll always have the boot lid position, which will give you your boot line back. Then you can always rebuild the rear quarters, because we're going to be cutting those off. So that's a jig. So jig the back of your car. And once you get the boot lid in the right spot, you know, it tells you where to put your taillights, everything. So same sort of thing needs to be done with the RX7 on the front to get the headlights. I'll build some sort of jig that bolts on somewhere, and then it'll hold the headlights where I want them to go, and then I can remake the front after I nudge things. Yeah. So that's about it. So we have an update. Not really doing much at the moment, so definitely get on the ilovedrift.com.au website. Check out the merch. And, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you again soon. Bye.